the easy mode. So he's playing on normal difficulty, but he's going to play through all three of these storylines in the 25-minute estimate. All right, here we go, starting. So, as I line is that Satan has increased the size of the sun to a gigantic amount, and so there's a whole lot more sunlight now. So, the method that so he made a nice 2-chain with a double combo there. And he gets a perfect clear here, so that's going to drop a lot of garbage really quickly and probably get this computer out of the way in a very short amount of time, which is what you want. So he's already won. So Draco's way of dealing with the fact that Satan has increased the size of the sun is that she's just going to go roll with it, and she's just going to put on a bathing suit and get the best hand she can get. And so we are currently playing as she goes on her journey to defeat everybody that wants to stop her from getting a tan. So,
okay, yeah.
Logical. Nice little 4-chain there. And so we
you
only
want to go over like the basic rules of Puyo real quick for people who aren't so familiar?
Yeah. So the whole point of this is that so Puyo Puyo, you lose if your third row from the left gets fully filled up to the top. Whenever you make a chain or a combo, it will drop garbage blocks on your opponent, and you want to completely flood your opponent with a bunch of garbage so that their screen fills up and they die. A chain is whenever you cause a chain reaction. So you blow up multiple. So you blow up one set of colors so you connect 4 and they disappear, and that would cause a chain reaction with the second or a third or fourth set of colors to all disappear at the same time. A combo is whenever you get 2 colors to disappear all at once. So he got through easy mode in 3 fights, and for some reason he's gone directly to hard mode, and he is playing as Skezo. And so Skezo's idea of blowing up the sun to make it a whole lot larger is a bad idea, so I'm going to stop Satan and going to go to his tower that he's using to increase the size of the sun and destroy the tower. But you can see that this game's kind of like a cross between Columns and Tetris, if you're unfamiliar with the concept in general. But you're trying to create basically as large chain reactions as possible. And the larger chain reaction, the more garbage is going to drop on your opponent. And if you're able to do that quickly, you're going to be able to defeat the computer fast. So speedrunning Puyo Puyo is basically just taking these random pieces and blowing them all to bits and creating combos as absolutely fast as possible, or chains as fast as possible. And stream came back for me. Stream completely froze the RTA in Japan for me for a split second there, so I was slightly worried. But
okay, you're good.
Yeah. So there's 2 basic forms that so in chat, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine literally is Puyo Puyo. Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine literally was a reskin of Puyo Puyo 1. Kirby's Avalanche was also literally a reskin of Puyo Puyo 1. So that's why they look identical. They literally are identical games. They just changed the characters to feel like they just changed the characters to people they thought would appeal more to American audiences. Yeah, also, whenever you'll see the garbage blocks are the blocks that are clear colored. The only way you can remove those clear colors is by causing a combo or a chain next to them that removes, and any colors you remove will remove any garbage that are beside them. So he's just going through as quickly as possible, and he's doing really well at creating some chains. You'll see that he's used a lot of what in the English community we call sandwiches, or in Japanese community a lot of people call lock and key, basically, where you put in one color to just separate a set of 3 or 4, and whenever that one color goes. Also, by the way, there are some really amazing people in the English community of Puyo Puyo that are actually in chat right now. So S2L Softener, SexRex, if you guys ever have any questions about Puyo Puyo, go watch their streams. But he's absolutely blowing through these matches really quickly against the computer. He's doing a very excellent job. Also, if you just have any questions about Puyo Puyo in general, a great resource to find out more about Puyo Puyo is Puyo Nexus. That is that is the RNG. This being a random puzzle game that
it'll get you.
Yeah, it'll get you. So he basically had set everything up perfectly, but just the game decided, nah, we're going to give this win to the computer. And playing on 5 colors versus 4 makes it harder. It's in competitive Puyo Puyo, nobody ever plays on 5 color setting, because it's actually much harder to create long combos whenever you're playing with 5 separate colors. So the competitive scene basically is entirely centered around only playing with 4 colors at a time. So
I'm surprised he doesn't designate 5 color play in the mode or whatever in the name of the category.
Yeah. So by the way, he's actually now Satan, so he is officially fighting Satan at this moment in time. Yeah.
Satan has green anime hair, of course.
Yep.
And as a humanoid.
Yep.
Wasn't he more Satan-like in other games, though?
No, he's always... Actually, honestly, this is more Satan-like than a lot of the other Puyo Puyo releases.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's saying something. But... so that was hard mode that he just went through. Now, in a way, that death was actually faster, because if you beat hard mode without any deaths, hard mode will actually give you an extra level at the end as kind of a congratulations, saying, wow, you got through hard mode without dying any. Here's this extra level. So, in a way, the fact that he had a death really wasn't all that much of a time loss, because it meant that he had less levels to play. And he did a 3 chain there that was a perfect clear, which that was really pretty amazing. And he's got another perfect clear here again. Perfect clear is whenever you clear every piece on the screen. So he's went through really quickly.
Nice.
There was basically, it would have been impossible for the computer to recover from that. Literally quite impossible. But now he's playing through normal mode, which Moka does hold the world record in normal mode also, on its own. And he's going to... And so now he's playing as Arl, who is the characters that Satan wants to date and wants to go out on a date and go tanning with her and all of that. Specifically, he wants to make her go tanning in a bikini. I'm just sitting here looking at her, thinking looks kind of young to be dating Satan, but whatever. But her opinion of how we've got to get rid of all of this problem is the same that Shezo had. We need to go to Satan's tower and destroy his tower to get the sun back to its normal size. Yeah. He's on normal mode. He's already done hard mode and easy mode. Yeah. Wow, and he's already set up to start another chain. That's just really excellently done. That 3 chain. The speedrunning Puyo Puyo games, the amount of chains that you do is actually slightly different than competitive Puyo Puyo. So competitive Puyo Puyo is going to be focused on a whole lot longer chains because in competitive Puyo Puyo, there's garbage canceling that usually goes on. So basically, if you and the other person launch a combo at the same time, whoever launched the smaller combo or chain will have their garbage that was sent over to the other person completely canceled out. So that means that in competitive Puyo Puyo, you really want to focus on getting long chains effectively. I say that, and now he launches a 6 chain, which you very rarely do in Puyo Puyo speedrunning, but go figure.
Boom.
It used a nice GTR to be able to get that over. That was just incredibly well. Where in Puyo Puyo speedrunning, you focus on smaller chains and getting them done as quickly as possible, and hoping that the computer just completely goofs up and trying to figure out what to do with it, and that you win quickly as a result. So, just a slight difference. Also, again, this is being done in 5 colors because that's the standard mode that this game runs in. Whereas in competitive Puyo Puyo, you're going to only do 4 colors because it's better to do long chains. So he's already to stage 7. I think there's 13 stages in Puyo Puyo Sun and Moon. I can't remember exactly. It's been a while since I've played Puyo Puyo Sun. Yeah, Kirby's Avalanche is a reskin of Puyo Puyo 1, correct.
So is the default 4 color or 5 color?
5 color.
Okay.
The default is 5 color. So
in this game.
Yeah. In other games, it kind of swaps back and forth. The best way, if anybody wants to get in seeing a little bit of the competitive scene of Puyo Puyo, is that there's a free download called Puyo. Like I said, literally a free download for PC, and it even accepts controller input, and you can set it to 4 color, 5 color. It's got online servers, leaderboards, everything to play Puyo online with anybody from anywhere in the world. So if you have any interest in this and you want to try it without spending a lot of money to import old Puyo Puyo games that were Japan only or anything like that, download Puyo Versus. Whew, man, he was really close up to the top here. The computer was really being quite a jerk. However, he comes out with this incredible 6 chain to not only save himself, but beat the computer. Yeah, this is also done with 4-way inputs. So meaning that if you want to move down quickly, you have to individually hit down and left or right to move it diagonal. It's not a good setup.
So he's mashing down for every one of these pieces?
Basically, yeah.
Nice.
It is not fun to play at all.
Burdensome.
Yeah. The newer Puyo Puyo games have much better control schemes. They're much easier to play, much less work on your thumbs. But he's just absolutely doing excellent. Already to stage 10 of 13 in normal mode, and since he's already beaten hard mode and easy mode, whenever he beats this, it'll be the end of the run. Whenever he beats stage 13. Yeah, so there are a ton of different characters in these games, and the best character of all time is not in the newer Puyo Puyo games, unfortunately. Tomato Sheep. Tomato Sheep is literally just a sheep stuck inside of a tomato. So, it's pretty much the greatest character you'll ever see in your life. It does not exist in the newer Puyo Puyo games. You have to play the old Puyo Puyo to get your Tomato Sheep on. So this is Rulu. In Puyo Puyo mythology, actually, that he's playing against right now, actually has a pretty important place. Rulu is basically Arl's main rival, and we are playing as Arl. And Rulu has a massive crush on Satan, except Satan's in love with Arl, so Rulu will do anything to try to get rid of Arl because she wants to prove herself to Satan. But Arl always wins because Arl's cool.
True.
So, and now we're fighting Skezo. I don't know the reason why we go back and fight Skezo, even though he also wants to destroy the tower that Satan's using to increase the size of the sun, because I don't know Japanese and I can't read the commentary that they say after the end of this fight. So there's some reason why they're fighting at the moment, even though they both want to do the same thing. Yeah, and using a Hellfire setup to try to get nice chain off, and wow. Nice 5-chain there, which should be more than enough to kill the computer off. And yep, that's the end of stage 12. And there's only one stage left. Nice power chain there. Going on to stage 13, fighting Satan. If you want specifics on how to make a bunch of different setups, again, Puyo Nexus is just an amazing resource. Has very detailed information on all the setups, on how you can set up different chains. S2L Softener in chat basically is the person that is responsible for making that resource. And it also has a very extensive wiki on all the characters in the Puyo universe, everything. It's just an amazing resource, and that is game 1758 nice. For all three modes. That is excellent, especially with the RNG involved, playing through 3 separate runs at once, basically. Absolutely. Moka Pier absolutely killed those runs. Yeah,
he looks happy about that.
Yeah, he looks really... yeah.
GG.
Yep, but I hope everybody enjoyed watching that, and here you go. Carbuncle got up to the top of the tower, and we decreased the size of the sun back to normal. And now Arl is just...
she got knocked out by the moon,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
The moon kind of abolished the camera there.
Mm-hmm. Yep, but I hope everybody enjoyed watching, and I can't remember, I believe Child